Another day, another story. Genesis chapter 3 is a pivotal chapter in the Bible that describes the fall of humanity. The chapter begins with the serpent, who is described as more crafty than any of the other wild animals that God had created, approaching Eve and tempting her to eat fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent casts doubt on God's command not to eat from the tree and suggests that Eve will not die if she eats the fruit but will instead become like God, knowing good and evil. Eve is deceived by the serpent's words and eats the fruit. She then gives some to Adam, who also eats it. As a result, their eyes are opened, and they realize that they are naked. They sew fig leaves together to make coverings for themselves and hide from God when they hear him walking in the garden. God calls out to Adam and asks him where he is. Adam responds that he is hiding because he is naked, and God asks him if he has eaten from the tree that he had commanded him not to eat from. Adam responds that the woman that God had given him gave him the fruit to eat. God then asks Eve what she has done, and she responds that the serpent deceived her. God curses the serpent, saying that it will crawl on its belly and eat dust for the rest of its days. He also declares that there will be enmity between the serpent and the woman and between the serpent's offspring and the woman's offspring, and that the woman's offspring will crush the serpent's head. God then pronounces curses on Eve, saying that she will experience pain in childbirth and that her desire will be for her husband, who will rule over her. He also pronounces curses on Adam, saying that he will have to toil and sweat to cultivate the ground, and that he will return to the dust from which he was created. God then drives Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden and places cherubim and a flaming sword at the entrance to prevent them from returning. The chapter ends with Adam and Eve's realization that they have sinned and their recognition of their nakedness. Overall, Genesis chapter 3 teaches us about the consequences of sin, the need for redemption, and the character of God as both just and merciful. It shows us that sin brings death and that the relationship between God and humanity was broken by Adam and Eve's disobedience. However, it also foreshadows the ultimate redemption that God would provide through Jesus Christ, who would make a way for humanity to be reconciled to God and to be clothed in righteousness.